All right, I'm just gonna do one video for all of these. So you can see my notes over here. The big thing right here, or the big challenge that you're gonna have with this subject line, is that you're going for the personal challenge insult subject line, but this doesn't hit that emotional button because again, what you are relying on when you're using this kind of a subject line is that somebody's gonna read it in their inbox and then be like, I can't. What? Why would you say that to me? And in this instance, like this is saying it not necessarily to them, right? This is just kind of a random statement. And so that's why I said over here, if you were to say, you can't prove shit, then this is directed right at them. And it's almost like they could be thinking, what? Like, what do I need to prove? Wow, I can't believe you'd say that to me. I'm sure I can. So, you're going for the open here. And then, so this story isn't entirely believable. And I also did want it to be grounded in reality. So the reason for a dash cam is not necessarily to say, well, it's to prove fault, that you are not at fault. And this doesn't even mention that. This has no mention of anybody being at fault until down here. So you would want to get that up top as much as you could. And I almost think that having somebody jump on your car, like those obvious insurance fraud incidents that people know about, would be the better story. And of course, and that's where you could say, if a cop were to talk to you about this, if you're putting it into a hypothetical sense, like it's your word against like the old man who jumped on your car hood. So that's that. Yeah, you might have to change that story depending on if you want to go that route. You can also use this story as long as you're making sure fault is up front and that the situation is believable. And then right here, you could talk about insurance rates going up, and you could even. I've seen something. I didn't really research this, but I've seen that people are, or that insurance companies are willing to offer discounts based on having one of those. So that's an option for you. So Ghost AR-15. I like this one. I would even throw a date on here, just because you are now hastening a decision for them. And then you could put that date in here. You could just kind of, if you did that, you might just be able to tweak this a little bit more. Everything here is good, and then here's where it's going to be helpful for you to know more about Joe Biden's positions on firearms and what he plans on doing over the next 4 years, because now that's a lot of ammo to use some pun, but it's a lot of ammo for you to know this. And I might even add a PS right here. You could say something to the effect that most websites that are selling, I don't know, some kind of urgency. So just so you're aware, like a lot of websites that are selling 80% lowers are back ordered. And so you could say, you might want to get your DVD now because a lot of websites are becoming back ordered, and it's important that you act before Joe Biden acts. Um, then this one. So I killed these because I've seen that gun loophole doesn't really work. So think back to the control on this. It's, please download ASAP. It's totally blind. That's the one that's done the best so far. And so I would go in with a similar kind of approach, just urgency, and maybe even say urgent, you're banned. I didn't even think about that. And then you'll just want to explain that here up top, and then the rest is all good. This is probably okay. Um, why don't you take it out, read it, and see if it works in your estimation, and if it does, keep it. If it doesn't, then remove it. And then I think this one's fine. I don't really think you need to do too much with this.